For thousands of years, humanity looked up at the sky with a profound sense of wonder. We watched birds soar effortlessly on the wind, their wings carrying them to incredible heights. This simple observation sparked one of our oldest and most powerful dreams, the dream of flight. People told stories of gods and heroes who could travel through the air. They drew pictures and designed contraptions made of wood and feathers, hoping to one day join the creatures of the sky. This desire was more than just a fantasy. It was a deep-seated longing to see our world from a new perspective, to break free from the bonds of the earth and explore the vast open blue above. This persistent dream drove countless inventors and thinkers throughout history. They studied the anatomy of birds, trying to understand the secrets of their wings and the way they moved through the air. Many early attempts were unsuccessful, leading to disappointment and failure. Yet, the spirit of innovation never faded. Each attempt, no matter how small, added to a growing body of knowledge. It was a slow and often difficult process, a journey filled with trial and error. But the vision of human flight was so compelling that it encouraged generation after generation to keep trying, to keep imagining a world where the sky was not a limit, but a new frontier to be explored by all. The turning point came at the dawn of the 20th century. Two brothers from America, Wilbur and Orville Wright, combined years of research with their own brilliant engineering. They did not just build a machine, they carefully solved the complex problems of lift, propulsion, and control. In 1903, on a windy day in North Carolina, they achieved what was once thought impossible. Their simple aircraft, the Wright Flyer, lifted off the ground for just a few precious seconds. It was a short flight, but it was a monumental leap for all of humanity. That brief moment in the air was the culmination of an ancient dream and the beginning of a new age of discovery. That first flight sent ripples of change across the globe. Suddenly, the impossible seemed within reach. The world watched in amazement as these new flying machines began to evolve. What started as a fragile craft of wood, fabric and wire quickly grew into something more powerful and reliable. The invention of the airplane was not just a technical achievement, it was a fundamental shift in how people perceived distance and time. The sky, once a symbol of the unattainable, was now a pathway. The dream of flight had finally become a reality, and it was about to change the course of human history in ways no one could have ever imagined. In the years that followed that first historic flight, the airplane began to transform our world in remarkable ways. What was once a dangerous and daring experiment soon became a new and exciting form of travel. The early airplanes were quite small and could not fly very far, but they showed what was possible. They could cross mountains, rivers and deserts far more quickly than any train or ship. This new speed began to shrink the world, bringing distant places closer together than ever before. People could suddenly travel across countries in a matter of hours, not days or weeks, opening up a new era of connection and exploration. The impact on trade and commerce was just as profound. Before airplanes, sending goods across long distances was a slow and complicated process. It relied on ships crossing vast oceans and trains chugging across continents. The airplane offered a new, faster way to move valuable items and important documents around the world. This speed was revolutionary for businesses, allowing them to operate on a global scale. Fresh food from one part of the world could be enjoyed in another. Urgent medical supplies could be delivered in a fraction of the time, saving countless lives and changing the face of international aid and emergency response. This new form of connection also changed how people shared ideas and cultures. For the first time in history, meeting someone from a different continent was no longer a rare event reserved for the very wealthy or the most adventurous explorers. Air travel made it possible for students, artists, leaders, and ordinary families to visit new lands. They could experience different ways of life, learn new languages, and build friendships across borders. This exchange of knowledge and understanding helped to create a more interconnected global community, fostering a sense of shared humanity that was previously much harder to achieve. Airplanes also became essential tools in times of crisis. When a natural disaster strikes, such as an earthquake or a flood, aircraft are often the first to arrive with help. They can fly over damaged roads and difficult terrain to deliver food, water, and medical teams to people who are cut off from the rest of the world. These rescue missions demonstrate the incredible power of flight to provide aid and comfort when it is needed most. The airplane, born from a simple dream of soaring like a bird, had become an indispensable lifeline, connecting and supporting people in every corner of our planet. Today, the world of aviation has advanced far beyond what the early pioneers could have ever envisioned. Modern passenger jets are incredible feats of engineering, designed for safety, speed, and comfort. They can carry hundreds of people at once, flying for thousands of miles without needing to stop. A flight from Singapore to New York, for example, can last over 18 hours, crossing continents and oceans in a single journey. This ability to travel such vast distances has made the world feel smaller and more accessible than ever before. It allows us to visit family on the other side of the globe or experience a completely different culture for a holiday. Inside these amazing aircraft, the experience of flying continues to evolve. Airlines are constantly looking for new ways to make long journeys more comfortable for passengers. For those traveling in business class, some airlines are now introducing private suites with doors that slide shut. This gives travelers their own personal space to work, relax, or sleep during a long flight. These innovations show how air travel is not just about getting from one place to another, it is also about the quality of the journey itself. The competition to provide the best experience is driving constant improvements that benefit passengers all around the world. But the innovation does not stop with large passenger jets. A new type of aircraft is now being developed that could change how we travel within our own cities. These are called electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or eVTOLs. They are like small, quiet flying taxis that can take off and land straight up and down, much like a helicopter. This means they do not need a long runway and can operate from small spaces on top of buildings. These quiet, electric vehicles promise to offer a fast and efficient way to travel over busy city traffic, reducing congestion on the ground and making our cities easier to navigate. These incredible machines are the result of decades of learning and refinement. From the materials used to build the wings to the powerful jet engines that propel them through the sky, every part of a modern aircraft is a product of immense scientific progress. The cockpits are filled with advanced computers that help pilots navigate safely through all kinds of weather. This constant push for innovation ensures that air travel remains one of the safest and most reliable ways to travel, carrying millions of people to their destinations every single day, and continuing the legacy of that first flight from so long ago. As we look towards the future of flight, one of the most important challenges is to protect our planet. Traditional airplanes rely on fossil fuels, which can have a negative impact on the environment. In response, brilliant engineers and scientists are now developing a new generation of aircraft that are much cleaner and greener. One of the most promising new technologies is the use of hydrogen as a fuel source. When hydrogen is used in a special fuel cell to create electricity, the only thing it produces is water. This means that future airplanes could fly through the sky without leaving behind any harmful emissions. This vision of clean flight is already becoming a reality. In 2024, a demonstrator aircraft powered by liquid hydrogen and electric motors completed a remarkable flight of over 500 miles. This was a major breakthrough, proving that hydrogen has the potential to power the aircraft of the future. While there are still challenges to overcome, such as finding the best way to store the hydrogen fuel on board the plane, this progress is incredibly encouraging. It shows a clear path towards a future where air travel can continue to connect our world without harming the natural environment we all depend on. Beyond cleaner fuels, the very design of aircraft is changing. Engineers are exploring new shapes and materials to make planes lighter and more efficient, so they use less energy to fly. Some future concepts even imagine unmanned aircraft guided by advanced artificial intelligence that could perform tasks like delivering cargo or monitoring the environment. These innovations are not just about making flying better for us, they are about making it smarter and more sustainable for the planet. The goal is to create a new era of aviation that works in harmony with nature, preserving its beauty for generations to come. The story of the airplane is a story of human ingenuity and our endless desire to reach for new horizons. From a simple dream of flying like a bird to the complex machines that now circle our globe, aircraft have reshaped our world. They have connected cultures, powered economies, and brought aid to those in need. Now, as we stand on the brink of a new revolution in flight, we see a future that is not only faster and more efficient, but also kinder to our planet. The journey of the airplane is far from over. It continues to evolve, promising to make life better and bring people everywhere closer together.